Yeah, afterward, just Shri Krishna. Just Shri Krishna. Okay.
Jai Shri Krishna. Good morning. I just want to offer my sincere prayers and condolences to the Patel family. Thank you so much for allowing me to take care of your beloved Chandrakant. It was truly an honor. Thank you, Kameshwar Maharaj, for being here today and doing the prayers. It is greatly appreciated. I would like to invite the immediate family forward. We're going to begin the puja now. If everyone can just check your cell phones to make sure they're on silent.
So all the family members, immediate family members, we need to get by Chandrakant by. All around. Like the grandkids, you can come around this side, please. And start taking one. I keep it here. So suppose we are at Queen house and we are doing cremation from there. So before we take him to Smashan, we have to give him a holy bath. Now the bath is already given by Krishna through memory company, but if you can sprinkle Ganga Jal on him, which is called Abhishek like this. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Apohistamayo Bhavasthana Urde Datatanaha Mahiranai Jatase Yogvaha Sivatamo Rasasya Bhajayate Hanaha Ushati Rivamattaraha Tasma Arangamaho Yasya Sevaya Jinvata Apo Janayatachanaha Om Jidithani Pracharanti Srata Hastani Gangyanate Katva Sastrayo Janeva Dhanvani Tatmasi Om Bhurvasvaham Chandrakant by Pretasya Tirthodaka Snanam Samarapayani. Now Gangaji and Tulsi goes in his mouth and also this piece of gold. So first Tulsi and Gangaji. Can I do Gangaji and Tulsi Patra?
We just need that for a second.
I give you back. Om idam Vishnu vichakrameti dhani dade padamma samudavasya bhagvu sure swaha. Okay, you can take it back. Om Bhurvasvaham Chandrakant Vipetasya Tulsi Dalam Samarpayami. Also the piece of gold. Om Alankaranam Masiboyam Lankaranam Bhuyat. Om Bhurvasvaham Chandrakant Vipetasya Alankaranam Samarpayami. Now if you can do Tika, Chandra. Om Tvam Gandharva Akhanam Swami Vastam Prahaspati Tvamo Kade Somo Raja Vidvanya Shmada Uchyata. Om Bhurvasvaham Chandrakant Vipetasya Gandham Samarpayami. There will not be enough water. If one of you can tie two toes, both the toes, and also if you can do Tika with Vibhuti. Om Trayukam Om Tvam Akhanam Swamindastam Brahaspati त्वामोखते सोमो राजविद्वान्यक्ष्मादमुच्यत ॐ भूर्भुवस्वहं चन्द्रकान्तप्रपेतस्य गन्धं समर्पयामि ॐ त्रायुकं जमदग्नेः कस्य पश्य त्रायुकं जते त्रायुकं तन्नो अस्तु त्रायुकम् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वहं चन्द्रकान्तप्रपेतस्य विभूतिं समर्पयामि. If anybody else is there, they can join here. And the rest of the people, if you want to put Gangajal in his mouth, you can do that later and putting it to the side. So everybody got rice in the bowl. So when I say Swaha, you can offer a couple of pieces of rice to Chandrakant. Do you need some one? There's another one here. Instead of sharing it.
You don't need to share.
Okay, so now when I say Swaha, you can offer a couple of pieces of rice to Chandrakant. Om Prajapataye Swaha idam Prajapataye Namah. Om Indraye Swaha idam Indraye Namah. Om Agnaye Swaha idam Agnaye Namah. Om Somaye Swaha idam Somaye Namah. Om Yamaye Swaha idam Yamaye Namah. Om Mrityave Swaha idam Mrityave Namah. Om Brahmane Swaha idam Brahmane Namah. Om Bhuhu Swaha idam Agnaye Namah. Om Bhuvah Swaha idam Vayave Namah. Om Swaha Swaha idam Suryaye Namah. Now instead of Swaha, it will be Kalpata, or you can offer Vinaya food. Om Ayur Jagnena Kalpata. Om Prano Jagnena Kalpata. Om Chakshur Jagnena Kalpata. Om Shotram Jagnena Kalpata. Om Vak Jagnena Kalpata. Om Manno Jagnena Kalpata. Om Atma Jagnena Kalpata. Om Brahma Jagnena Kalpata. Om Jyotir Jagnena Kalpata. Om Swar Jagnena Kalpata. Om Preshtham Jagnena Kalpata. Om Jagno Jagnena Kalpata. Now in case some rice is left in the bowl, you can lift it in the right hand. And when I say Swaha, you can offer everything to Chandrakant. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha idam Prajapataye Namah. Now everybody facing the bowl, you can take your share except two sons and daughter, Miran brother and sister.
Thank you.
Okay, now these two coconuts, put that two corners. Idam phalam maya devam sthapitam purutastav tena me saflabde bhavet janmani janmani. Om Bhurvasvaha. Om Bhurvasva Chandrakant Prapetasya Visheshanyam Shabbah Grihami. And the last one, which is called butter, ghee. If you can hold it on the forehead like this. Om Asvattomati Jatu Sitvadayam Jayatam Punah Asuswadaya Lokaya Swaham Jvalatu Papake. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha idam Prajapataye Namah. Then you can place it here. Okay, now we can take the chair.
Thank you.
And we need to take your exam paper. In case you are not comfortable, you can put the shoes on.
No, no.
And you can take the shoes off. And remember, you are on this side, you are on this side. And then right up the keyboard and the button. Om Chandrama Sujata Sakshoho Suryo Ajayata Shutradvayushya Pranashya Mukhar Nirajayata Bodhipadeva Rupastam Karma Shakshiya Vignakrut Yavat Karma Samaptisya Tavat Sustiro Bhava. Om Bhurvasvaham Chandrakant Prapetasya Deepam Samarpayami. Om Brahmanasya Mukhamasit Bahuranyah Kretah. Om Talsirveshyaha Padvyakshudro Ajayata. Om Bhurvasvaham Chandrakant Ritasya Dupam Samarpayami. Okay, one second. Before the now we have to perform this kind of ritual. You have to have light on my microphone. When we have to perform this kind of rituals, you have to have your hair removed. यानिकांचे पापानि ब्रह्महत्या विनाशित केशान्य तिष्ठन्ति तस्मात् केशान् व पाम्यहम्. Now if you can hold this jello like this. Om तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रं चरत पश्येम शरदः शतं जीवेम शरदः शतकुसुमभ्याम शरदः शतं पप्रभाम शरदः शतपदीनाः श्याम शरदः शतं भूयस्य शरदः शतात्. ओम ग्रंथिदेवताभ्यो नमः. ओम तंतुदेवताभ्यो नमः. ओम यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवित्रं प्रजापतिर्यत् सहजं पुरस्तात् आयुष्यमग्रं प्रतिमुञ्च शुभ्रं यज्ञोपवीतं बलमस्तु तेजः. ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. It goes in your under this way. ओम पवित्रस्ते वैष्णव्यो शवितुर्वः प्रसवकृतनाम्य छिद्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिः पवित्रपते पवित्रपुतस्य यत्कामः पुने तच्छतेयम्. ओम अत्राद्य महामंगल्य पुण्य पवित्र मासोत्तमे मासे. ओम अत्राद्य महामंगल्य पुण्य पवित्र मासोत्तमे मासे महामासे शुक्लपक्षे त्रयोदश्यां तिथौ भार्गव वासरे यथा वर्तमान नक्षत्र मुहूर्त समवाये एवं ग्रह गण विशेषण विशिष्टायां शुभ पुण्य तिथौ. इफ यू कैन फॉलो काश्यप गोत्र अस्य पितुः चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेतस्य दाहार्थम उत्क्रांत्यादि पिंड प्रदानम अहम करिष्ये. So water goes in this bowl here. Okay, now 6 times. Now your jello goes in the head like this. Okay. Now 6 times water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can use the left. ओम अद्य पूर्वोच्चारित्यं कर्ण विशेषण विशिष्टायां तन्न. You can take the left hand and take the water the right hand, and then it goes like this. Jana. Tami amna. Okay, so you can. आप जनो भी विद्वान. Okay, now catch it. बस कभी पानी पी लो left hand. Right hand. No, right hand. Sorry. ओम अद्य पूर्वोच्चारित्यं कर्ण विशेषण विशिष्टायां शुभ पुण्य तिथौ काश्यप गोत्र चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत शव निमित्तम अवने जन्म मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठ धर्म. ब्रदर आम्ही जने आली तो आ पहली वक्त एक हम 6 टाइम्स बोलू छे. ओम अद्य पूर्वोच्चारित्यं कर्ण विशेषण विशिष्टायां शुभ पुण्य तिथौ काश्यप गोत्र comfortable, you can use a spoon as well. So when someone passes away in the family, we totally offer 6 pins like this. It is because man has 5 senses, and when there is no soul in the body, then it doesn't make sense to give those 5 senses. So for 5 senses, we offer 5 pins. And suppose we are at a beach house, and before we go to Smashan, we offer the first pin at home. Its name is Shaw. So, आपण नाम करने में जो तुम्हें पहला मन पर मुख्य ओम अद्य पूर्वोच्चारित्यं कर्ण विशेषण विशिष्टायां शुभ पुण्य तिथौ काश्यप गोत्र चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत शव निमित्तम अवने जन्म मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठ. काश्यप गोत्र जमतेरी बच्चा आणि तुम्ही चालते बाकी એક વખત અને પછી તમે આ બધી વસ્તુ એક વખત કાશ્યપ ગોત્ર ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ પ્રેત શવ નિમિત્તમ એષતે પિંડ હમનંતમ સ્તમોપતિષ્ઠધામ કાશ્યપ ગોત્ર ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ પ્રેત શવ નિમિત્તમ પિંડે પ્રત્યવને જનમ ગંધમ પુષ્પમ યવાક્ષતં તુલસીપત્રમ ધૂપમ દીપમ નૈવેદ્યમ મનંતમ તમોપતિષ્ઠધામ. Okay, now we are ready to go to Smashan crematory. So we have to go through your main entrance. In the door frame, which is called Umbar in Gujarati, we have to offer the second pin. Its name is Panth. So same thing to be repeated again. Place the pin first. Pin. Then water. And then Panchapri. काश्यप पुत्र चंद्रकांतभाई प्रेत द्वादश पांथर्वित्तम अवने जन्म मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठधाम. काश्यप पुत्र चंद्रकांतभाई प्रेत द्वादश पांथर्वित्तम एषते पिंडः मदत्तम स्तमोपतिष्ठधाम. काश्यप पुत्र चंद्रकांतभाई प्रेत द्वादश पांथर्वित्तम पिंडे प्रत्यवने जन्म गंधम पुष्पम यवाक्षतं तुलसीपत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठधाम. So now, finally, we are leaving the house. The grandson carries a fire in a matli, and we all are lifting Chandrakant baby. And as if we are stepping out of a beach house and going to Smashan over there. So when I say Sri Rama, you need to say Sri Rama. Sri Rama. Sri Rama. Sri Rama. Sri Rama. Sri Rama. We are out of our house. Once we pass a street, society, colony, whatever we call, and when we go to the square or main street, where there is an intersection, we offer the third pin. Its name is Kecher. So same thing again. Omadya Purvachariti Amragana Visheshana Visheshtayam Shubhapunyatithau Kashyap Gotra Chandrakantbhai Preta Chatvari Kecher Nimittam Avane Janam Madattam Tavopatishtatham. Kashyap Gotra Chandrakantbhai Preta Chatvari Kecher Nimittam Eshate Pinda Madattam Stavopatishtatham. काश्यप पुत्र चंद्रकांतभाई प्रेत चत्वरि खेच निमित्तं पिंडे प्रत्यवनि जन्म गंध पुष्पम यवाक्षतं तुलसीपत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठधाम. So in those days, even today too, in India, the ladies come only up to this point, intersection, lighting up a divo, ladies go back home, and only the man walks to Smashan, lifting him on the shoulder, because it is written in Garuda Puran, Drutva skandesa pitaramya smashanaya gacchati sho ashvamega phalam putro labhate ja pade pade nitva skandesa pushtenge sada katena lalita tadevatra drunanucche namatum sapita. Meaning the son and nowadays the daughters too, who carries their deceased father's or mother's body on the shoulder and walk to crematory, always get the punya of Ashwamedh Yagna, because during their life, the first obligation that he brought you into this world. Now, needless to say, how many sacrifices he had to bring you up. And no matter what religion you follow, no matter what part of the universe you live in, no matter what community you belong to, the relationship between father and daughter is unique. There is no words to describe that relationship, because they have unconditional love. When you go to attend somebody's wedding, and when the kanya is getting vidai, you cry. You don't cry looking at to that bride. You cry because you remember your dad at that time. So here too, when we go in the back, we will lift him on the shoulder. And so right now we are proceeding to Smashan beach. Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. In this way, reciting God's name, we keep walking to Smashan. Now in every town or village, the Smashan crematorium is always at the outskirts of the town or village where there is a river. So there is a distance. So they make a center point somewhere which is called Visram Sthan. Over there, we have to place him and offer the fourth kid. His name is Bhut. Om Adya Purvacharitham Karana Visheshana Visheshtayam Subhapanya Titha Kashyap Putra Chandrakant by Preta Vishranta Bhuta Nimittam Avane Janam Madattam Tavo Patishtatam Kashyap Putra Chandrakant by Preta Vishranta Bhuta Nimittam Eshate Pindah Madattam Stavo Patishtatam काश्यप गोत्र चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत विश्रांत भूत निमित्तम पिंडे प्रत्यम्ने जनम गंधम पुष्पम विवाक्षता तुलसी पत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठताम. So suppose the smashan is this side and we are walking this way. So up to this point the head was heading. Now the head will go on the back side and the legs will be heading. And once again we are on our way to smashan. Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. In this way we reach the crematorium. Now the mummy place where he is to be cremated, if back home they clean with water. Gangajal where the place. Now આજનો શબ્દ હું ગુજરાતીમાં કહીશ તમને કે ગાયનું મૂત્ર અને ગાયના છાણથી લીપણ કરે and they make a mummy. So Yamadut do not enter and Brahma Vishnu Mahesh themselves come to receive him. તો આ ગાયનું મૂત્ર અને ગાયનું છાણ. ઓમ ભૂરસી ભૂમિરસ્ય નીતિરસી વિશ્વધાયા વિશ્વસ્ય ભુવનસ્ય ધરતીમ પૃથિવીમ યચ્છ પૃથિવીમ દ્રુવમ પૃથિવીમ મહાંસિः. ओम पृथ्वी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं च धारय मां देवी पवित्रं गुरुचासनम्. ओम भूर्भुवस्वः भूम्ये नमः सर्वोपचारे गन्धं पुष्पमक्षतान् समर्पयामि. ओम इदमापः प्रवता मद्यं च मलं च यत् यच्चाभिद्रुद्रोहानृतं यच्च शेपे अभिरुणम् आपो मा तस्मादेन सह पवमानश्च मुञ्चतु. ओम भूर्भुवस्व भूम्ये नमः सर्वोपचारे प्रार्थनापूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि. Now the bhumi is ready. Now we make a pyre or pyre or chita using sandalwood sticks, sabitas and all those stuff. So symbolically this is sandalwood sticks and sabitas. We make a small symbolic pyre. Om sabiddo anjana trutaram matinam drutamagre madhuman pinvamanah वाजीवहन वाजिनं जातवेदो देवानां वक्षि प्रियमा सत्यस्तम. Using two hands if you can offer water. Om apeto yantu panayo sumna deva piyavah asya lokah sutavatah dyubiraho biraktu birvaktam yamo dadatva vasanam asme. Pyre is ready, chita is ready. At chita place, pyre place, we offer the fifth pit. Its name is Vayu. ओम अद्य पर्वचारिते अंबरगण विशेषण विशिष्टायं शुभ पुण्यतिथौ काश्यप गोत्र चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत चितास्थाने वायु निमित्तम अवने जनम मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठताम. काश्यप गोत्र चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत चितास्थाने वायु निमित्तम एषते पिंडः मदत्तम स्तमोपतिष्ठताम. काश्यप गोत्र चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत चितास्थाने वायु निमित्तम पिंडे प्रत्यम्ने जनम गंधम पुष्पम यवक्षतां तुलसी पत्रम धूपम दीपम नैवेद्यम मदत्तम तमोपतिष्ठताम. के मानस वज्रे गुरुचरणं दुस्तर भव सागर तरणं गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय. ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो. अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणा शिव. ओंकारं बाबा ओंकारं बाबा ओंकारं बाबा ओम नमो बाबा. मानस वज्रे गुरुचरणं दुस्तर भव सागर तरणं. तो पूज्य चंद्रकांत भाई came to this world and unfortunately or most tragically, or I say untimely, because the parents, however old are they, even if they are 150 years old, their death is always untimely. Yes, there is only one father and one mother in life. So he is leaving us. Whatever sweet memories he had with the families and friends, he is going to carry with him. So 6 feet is for the sweet memories. O Madhya Parvachariti Andragana Visheshana Visheshtayam Shubha Punya Titha Kashyap Gotra Chandrakant by Preta Sauhaste Sadak Nimittam Avadi Janam Manattam Tavu Upatishta Dhammam Kashyap Gotra Chandrakant by Preta Sauhaste Sadak Nimittam Eshate Pindra Manattam Stavu Upatishta Dhammam Kashyap Gotra Chandrakant by Preta Sauhaste Sadak Nimittam Pinde Pratyamni Janam Gandham Pushpam Yavakshatan Tulsi Patram Dupam Deepam Naivedyam Madattam Tavu Upatishta Dhammam. बोलो अनेन अनेन पिंडदानेन कश्यप गोत्र अस्मत् पितुः चंद्रकांत भाई प्रेत सद्गति उत्तम लोक प्राप्ति तथा दाहार्थम कपालाग्नि सिद्ध्यर्थम आज्येन समस्त व्यहृति तथा प्रायश्चित होमम करिष्ये. What it goes here? Okay. Now, when we left the house in PG for crematorium, Smasan, the grandson carried the fire in a mudki. That fire needs some offerings. So we have to create fire here. Om Agnido Tampuro Dadhehavyavavahu Pabruve Devam Asargayadiha Om Chatvari Shrunga Trayopasya Padadve Sirse Saptahastaso Asya Tridha Badho Vrukaboro Pravitimoho Devo Martyam Avivesha Om Agane Vaishvanar Shandilyasit Devaleti Tripavaranvit Bhumirmata Pamunpitah Menkadvaja Pramukho Mama Sammukho Bhava. When the flower and rice taken together, if you can touch it here, place it here. Om Agnaya Namaha Sarvopcharti Gandham Pushpamukshatan Samarpayami. Namaskar Agni. Om Agni Prajatim Vande Jahnavi Rahutashanam Hiranyavaranamalam Samruddho Visvato Mukhamma. Okay, now. Take it off. If you can hold it like this, just slowly. So, he will be dripping inside. And now, we'll put that too. Okay, we can take this. Now, he will be, if you can keep open. Just like this. You can keep offering ghee at regular intervals. Om Prajapataye Swahayam Prajapataye Namah. Om Indraya Swahayam Indraya Namah. Om Agnaye Swahayam Agnaye Namah. Om Somaya Swahayam Somaya Namah. Om Vishnave Swahayam Vishnave Namah. Om Rudraya Swahayam Rudraya Namah. Okay, that's fine. You can keep it like that. Om Lomabhyah Swahayam Lomabhyah Namah. Om Tvache, keep over it. Om Lomabhyah Swahayam Lomabhyah Namah. Om Tvache Swahayam Tvache Namah. Om Lohitaya Swahayam Lohitaya Namah. Om Vedobhyah Swahayam Vedobhyah Namah. Om Mamsebhyah Swahayam Mamsebhyah Namah. Om Snayubhyah Swahayam Snayubhyah Namah. Om Astibhyah Swahayam Astibhyah Namah. Om Majabhyah Swahayam Majabhyah Namah. Om Retase Swahayam Retase Namah. Om Payave Swahayam Payave Namah. Om Ayasai Swahayam Ayasai Namah. Om Prayasai Swahayam Prayasai Namah. Om Sanyasai Swahayam Sanyasai Namah. Om Vyasai Swahayam Vyasai Namah. Om Udyasai Swahayam Udyasai Namah. Om Suche Swahayam Suche Namah. Okay, sister, you can offer it now. शुचे स्वाहा इदं शुचे नमः ओम शोचते स्वाहा इदं शोचते नमः ओम शोचमानाय स्वाहा इदं शोचमानाय नमः ओम सौखाय स्वाहा इदं सौखाय नमः ओम तपसे स्वाहा इदं तपसे नमः ओम तप्यते स्वाहा इदं तप्यते नमः ओम तप्तमनाय स्वाहा इदं तप्तमनाय नमः ओम तप्ताय स्वाहा इदं तप्ताय नमः ओम धर्माय स्वाहा इदं धर्माय नमः ओम निष्कृत्ये स्वाहा इदं निष्कृत्ये नमः ओम प्रायश्चित्ते स्वाहा इदं प्रायश्चित्ते नमः ओम भेषजाय स्वाहा इदं भेषजाय नमः ओम यमाय स्वाहा इदं यमाय नमः ओम अंतकाय स्वाहा इदं अंतकाय नमः ओम मृत्यवे स्वाहा इदं मृत्यवे नमः ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा इदं ब्रह्मणे नमः ओम ब्रह्महत्याय स्वाहा इदं ब्रह्महत्याय नमः ओम विश्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यः स्वाहा इदं विश्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः ओम देवपृथिवीभ्यां स्वाहा इदं देवपृथिवीभ्यां नमः ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये नमः. Okay, if you can offer rice and sesame taken together with the puri. ओम द्रव्यदन्नमा सर्वोपचार तिरक्षतां समर्पयामि. ओम अस्वत्वमधिजातो शीतोदयं जायतं पुनः पशु स्वर्गाय लोकाय स्वाहा जलतु पातके. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये नमः. Okay, now we need to go by that. के गोविंद Josh. के गोविंद कृष्ण जय गोपाल कृष्ण जय गोपाल लाल बाल राधा कृष्ण जय गोविंद कृष्ण जय गोपाल कृष्ण जय गोपाल लाल बाल राधा कृष्ण जय 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 कृष्ण 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 जय कृष्ण 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 जय गोविंद कृष्ण जय गोपाल कृष्ण जय गोपाल लाल बाल राधा कृष्ण जय. चेस्ट गोपी कमल हारी प्यारी बाह्य मीरा मन विहारी मदन मोहन मुरलीधारी कृष्ण जय गोपी कमल हारी प्यारी बाह्य मीरा मन विहारी मदन मोहन मुरलीधारी कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण 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 जय. All grandsons and granddaughters, please come by dada. Some of you can hold it from the center. Two hands over there. And then two hands here. And you can hold it from the center. Hold it at a level. Om tasman gatnat sarvabhutah sampratam prajaladyam pasumstamsh chakrevaaya vyanaranya gramyamshai. Om urvasvaham Chandrakant by Kritasya antim vastram samarpayami. We can offer it to you. Little face open because darshan is yet to be done. And now this flower, the garland. Om Sevantika Bakula Champaka Patalakshi Purnaga Jati Karavira Sala Puspai Bilva Pravala Tulasi Dalamala Devi Stam Pujayami Jagadishwaravi Prashida Umburvasvaham Chandrakant by Pritasya Puspamalam Samarapayami. This one too. Okay, so who is oldest? You are daughter's son carries this one. Okay, then okay, your son. You need to balance this because If you can hold it from here, it will balance. Or you can take the help of left hand to grandson. Done. Okay, now another son, granddaughters, if you want to follow, keep your right hand on the shoulder here. Yeah. And then 4 times counterclockwise production around Dada. You can follow them. Oh, out. You can follow. Om Ambo Hista Mayo Bovastana Murje Datmana उषतीरिवमान्तरः तस्मा अरङ्गमामहो यस्य सेवाय जिन्वत् आपूजन यथाचनः ॐ सप्तास्यासन् परिदय श्रीः सप्तसमिदः कृतः देवाय नन्दन्तन्वानाम् अबन्धन् पुरुषन् पशुम् यान्तर्च भावानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे ओम हरि ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इखवे नमः बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः जाते रुद्रशिवा तनूरगोरा पापकाशिनिकया सर्वा शङ्कमया गिरिशन्ता विजातशे ओम करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा परादं विहितं वा सर्वमेतं क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्दे श्री महादेव शंभो ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ओम त्रायुखं जमदग्नेः कश्यपस्य त्रायुखं जते वेकुत्रायुखं तन्नो अस्तु त्रायुखम्. At this point, we stand up for 5 minutes. Those who can stand at least. Ancestors who passed away in your family, like your grandfather, grandmother, nana, any uncle, any aunt, you can do namaskar to them. Aprambastamba paryantam devarsi pitru manava Trupyantu pitara sarve matru mata mahadaya Patitakoolakotinam saptadeepa nivasina Abrahma mona lokadidam stutilodakam Ye bandhava ye yanya janmani bandhava Te sarvati mayantu mayadatyana varina Eke jasmat kule jata aputra putrinomata Te guruntu mayadastam vatsta nispidanoodakam Om Brahma Jagannath Pratamam Purastar Divisima Nisudhuruveena Ava Subhunyam Omam Sri Krishna Satasya Yoni Masatasya Viva Om Brahmane Namo Pratna Purtam Namaskaram Samarpayami Om Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Kedani Dade Padamma Samdamase Padu Sureshwam Om Vishnave Namo Pratna Purtam Namaskaram Samarpayami Om Hari Om Namaste Rudramanyava Kutota Ikave Namaha Bahubhyam Tate Namaha Om Rudraya Pratna Purvam Namaskaram Samarpayami Om Yamaya Tvam Girasvate Pitrumate Swaha Swaha Dharmaya Swaha Dharma Pitre Om Yamaya Namo Pratna Purvam Namaskaram Samarpayami Om Preta Jayata Narapindro Vahasharma Jajat Ugra Vahasantu Bahumana Trikyayata Sata Om Tatpurushaya Namo Pratna Purvam Namaskaram Samarpayami Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta स्तन्वन्ति दिव्यस्तवये वेद साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदये गायन्ति यं सामगा ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तनविदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः कृत्वा संस्कारं कर्म जानता वाप्यजानता मृत्युकालवशं ज्ञात्वा नरं पञ्चत्वमागतं धर्मसमायुक्तं लोभमोहसमावृतं दहेयं सर्वगात्राणि लोकान् स गच्छतु ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षतो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरो खगयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वतो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः शामा शान्तिरेधि मिलिन्द्र यतो यतः समे हसे ततो न अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु. Lot of places they don't let us open the casket again. But here they will let us do this. Well, anyway, we gave him live fire. So even if they don't let us do this, we are fine. So at this point, we are going to do pranam mantra uchcharan. There is a omkar. When we recite om like this, now we will have a moment of silence in the honor of Chandrakant Bhai. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं प्रगमय ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु. તો પૂજ્ય ચંદ્રકાંત ભાઈ પ્રેમા પવિત્ર અને પુણ્યશાળી આત્માની અંતિમ વિધિ કરવામાં પહેલા તો તમે મને જે તક આપી, થેન્ક યુ મિલનભાઈ ફોર હેવિંગ ફેથ ઇન મી એન્ડ લેટિંગ મી ડુઇંગ ધીસ પૂજા એન્ડ ડુઇંગ ધ પૂજા ધ યુ કોઓપરેટેડ. જે શાંતિ જાળવી તમે તો એમનું માન તો જળવાયું, મારું માન પણ જળવાયું કહેવાય. બધા હૃદયપૂર્વક નમસ્કાર કરજો, બેસી જાઓ, હજી થોડું કામ બાકી છે. Okay, now when Agni Samskar is done, we collect ash. So symbolically, if you can tape it and put it back. Om asvattvamati jahato sitvadayam jahayatam punamaso swargaya lokaya swaha jwalatu bhavate. Om bhurvuvah swaha swahayam prajapataye namah vachchiki vachita. Ani baik તમે આ બાજુ પેલું સ્ટીક લે લો, કેન લે લો કે હવે આ બાજુ મિલનભાઈ જોજો ને તમે. All of you can come this side. Now come into the answer side. So you are going to keep this on the right shoulder like this, and this time we are going clockwise. And from the back side, first two runs he will do that, and next two runs he will do this. As he keeps walking, from the back side you can keep offering milk. This is called pacifying cheetah, pulling down cheetah. We don't get a chance to do this over there. So 4 times clockwise. So you can come, both of you can. And granddaughters, you can say, take your chair. Om Adya Brahmachari Niyamrana Visheshana Visheshthayam Chavapurne Vidho Kashyap Bhadra चंद्रकांत प्रेत चितादाहो उपशमनार्थं च दाहजनिपीडा उपशमनार्थं च इदं उदकाञ्जलिस्ते उपतिष्ठधाम्मा ओम अभ्याः सम्प्रतः पृथिव्यैरशत्य विश्वकर्मणः समवर्तकाग्रे तस्य तिष्ठाभिद्रूपमेति तन्मतस्य देवत्वमाजनमग्रे ओम वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तमानित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वा ते प्रतिमतिनान्यः बद्धा विद्यते हनाय ओम प्रजापतिश्चर्ति गर्भे अन्तर्जायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य योनिं परिपश्यन्ति तिरास्तस्मिन्नः तस्य भुवनानि विश्वानि ओम जो देवेभ्यो आतपतये जो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो जो देवेभ्यो जातो नमोर्चाय ब्रह्मये ओम ऋच ब्रह्म्यञ्जनयन्तो देवा अग्रगत ब्रुवन्न जस्दैवं ब्राह्मण विद्यतस्य देवा असन्वसे ओम श्रीश्चते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्यावहो रात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमश्नो व्याप्तम् इष्णन्निघाण मुम्मैघाण सर्वलोकमैघाण ओम अनादिनिधिनो देव शङ्खचक्रगदाधर अक्षयकुण्डलिकाक्ष प्रेतमोक्षप्रभो अतसि पुष्पसङ्कासं पीतवाससमुचितं येन पश्यन्ति गोविन्ददर्शां विद्यते भवम् कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालत्वम् अगतिनां गतिर्भव संसारमग्नां प्रसीदतु सत्तमम् नारायण स्वस्य लक्ष्मीकान्तपरपद अनेन कर्मणिनाथ प्रेतमोक्षप्रभो हिरण्यगर्भपुरुष व्यक्तव्यक्तस्वरूपिणी अस्य प्रेतस्य मोक्षार्थं सुप्रीतो भव सर्वदा प्रोटेक्ट्स now if you are at home we drop it on the floor and break it we can do the imagine a topic and now we broke it okay now needless to say you are going to apologize I have to ask for the apology I have to ask Chandrakant by the Chandrakant by doing the last rituals if I made any mistake please forgive me so obviously you are going to say something but whatever you want to say you can say but one thing you must tell him that dad don't worry about mom we are all here to take care of her so he will be able to live peacefully because he is first connected to her then and secondly you can say I think Gujarati માં કહું તો તમને તો you can say કે daddy અમે જો તમને લાયક હોઈએ if you deserve it and in case you have to be reborn તો અમને તમારા વિચાર બનાવવાનું જગ શક્ય તો here I have to decide for Gita's value 50 children in the land of family so if you want to you can say definitely you can say it अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः एवं सततयुक्तां ये भक्तस्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमः श्रीभगवान् उवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये यां नित्ययुक्तम् उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमामतः ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यमव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कुटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम् सन्नियमिन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहितैरतः कलेशोद्दिक्तरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्तः उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्था मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मन आदस्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अतः न संशयः अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोग्येन तप्तो मामिच्छन्तु धनञ्जय अभ्यासेभ्य समर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिं वपस्यसि अथेतदप्यशक्तोषि कर्तुमद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यथात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानं ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागस्यागच्छन्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्ट सर्वभूतानां मैत्रकरुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कार समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्ट सततं योगी यथात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितो मनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः समे प्रियः यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते जयः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो य स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न रुष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान् मे स मे प्रियः समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतं वेदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धानामत परमा भक्तास्ते देव मे प्रियः इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता तो ब्रह्म विद्यायां योगशास्त्र से कृष्णार्जुन संवादे भक्ति योग नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः श्री भगवान उवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमदशाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधस्वचोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवाला अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धेनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठम् अश्वत्थमेन सुविरूढमूलमसङ्गशस्त्रेण दढेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ते भूय तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ते प्रसुता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषाम् अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तताम् द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञे लक्ष्यन्तमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद् गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममेवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनं मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति यच्चक्षुत्रात्मोत्कृतिस्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं सितं वापिं भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानं पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यामन्यपश्यितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त चेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नो तत्तेजो विद्धिमामका गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमौजसा पुष्णामि चौषधि सर्वान् सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वैदेश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्देन विदेह च द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरस्सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थो सर्वोच्यते उत्तमपुरुषस्त्वन्य परमात्मेति धारकः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्येव य ईश्वरः यस्मादक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपिचोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोकवेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवमसम्मूढो जानति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद्भक्तिमान् सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रविदं मुक्तमया नद एतद्बुद्ध्या बुद्धिमान्यसा कृतकृतश्च भारत इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे पंचदशोऽध्यायः हे नाथ जोड़ी हाथ पाए प्रेमथी सौ मांगिए शरणु मळे साचું તમારો એ હૃદયથી માંગીએ જે જીવ આવ્યો આપ પાસે ચરણમાં અપનાવજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો વળી કર્મના યોગે કરીજે કૂળમાં એ અવતરે ત્યાં પૂર્ણ પ્રેમે દાસી બંધનોને લક્ષ્યમાં લઈ કાપજો. પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો. સુખ સંપત્તિ સુવિચારને સતકર્મોનો લઈ વારસો. જન્મો જન્મ સતસંગતિ કીર્તાર પાર ઉતારજો. આ લોકને પરલોકમાં તવ પ્રેમ રગરગ વ્યાપજો. પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો. મળે મોક્ષ કે સુખ સ્વર્ગના આશા ઉરે એવી નથી. દ્યો દેહ દુર્લભ માનવીનો ભજન કરવા બાવલી. સાચું બતાવી રૂપ શ્રી રણ છોડ હૃદયે સ્થાપજો. પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો. પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો. પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો. ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય. શ્રી કૃષ્ણ શરણમ. 2 more minutes. So, Chandrakant is praying to God first, and then he says a couple of words to us. What he prays to God is, O most merciful God, I repent for all my sins. Obviously, he has not committed any sins, but he himself is praying to God. O most merciful God, I repent for all my sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that should not have been spoken, for every deed that should not have been done. I repent for every deed, word and thought inspired by selfishness or hatred or lust. I repent for every lustful action and thought, for any lie, for any hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for any slander or backbiting. In your unbounded mercy, I ask you to forgive me for all my sins. And last but not least, he says to God that, Oh God, please forgive me and my family for our constant failure to think, speak and act according to your will. And now he says a couple of words to us. He says, I am very thankful to all of you for being here on my last exit or departure from this planet. Those who couldn't make it, I understand, but at least you are here. Now he says forgive. He further says that if during the life, he says, if I hurt you or your feelings, I apologize. He says, in case you hurt me, you already have my forgiveness. And he wants you to carry on the legacy, the value of the culture that he taught you. Okay, Chandrakant Nikro ka dikri ke Lakshmi. And he wants you to be very happy, healthy, and prosperous in all the areas of your life. Saying that physically, I am not going to be there, but I will be always there indirectly to protect you. Subham bhavatu, kalyanastu, arogyamastu, aishwaryamastu, shanti-rastu, tushti-rastu, dhanatana samruddhi-rastu, hari Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And now, the families and friends who want to share the memories that was spent with Chandrakant, you can come forward to this podium. Please come to the podium.
Thank you everybody for coming. My father would have really appreciated all this outpouring of love. To me, it's not a day of sadness. I know my father's passed, but I want this today to be a day of celebration of a life well lived. He accomplished pretty much everything that he wanted to do in life with his children and grandchildren. And, I talked to him often. But the last 6 months, I felt that, he just would talk to me for about a minute and then just turn off the phone. So I know that he'd sort of given up. And as I said, he was 90 and he didn't want to live on medicines and machines and all that. And he says, no, I've lived long enough. It's time for me to go. And I understand Mommy feels that she's been left alone, but again, everybody has to go sometime. But let's make it a celebration. That's what it is to me. My father was an intellectual. I mean, he had 5 degrees on him, and he wanted his children to be the same, well-rounded individuals that could make their way in the world. And again, when he was very happy when Milan's a lawyer, Dipti's a doctor, so again, he was very happy about that. My father, I remember as a young man, when I was in Kenya, he insisted, he bought me books from a store and asked me to read them, and then we would discuss the books. And I learned at an early age to read Dostoevsky, Orwell, Dickens, Jane Austen, Somerset Maugham. So again, he wanted us to be educated. And I remember as a young man, he taught me how to play chess, a game that I play even today. And we had some really good times playing the games out there. But, my father didn't have to come to America. In 1973 in Kenya, with the Idi Amin coming and his visa was expiring, he had a chance. He could have gone to India, where my grandfather was a fairly wealthy man, and he could have had a comfortable life there. He could have gone to England. My mother was a British citizen, so he could have gone to India. He could have gone to Canada and get some friends out there. But he knew that he wanted the best for his children, and that's why he decided to come to America. And again, in the beginning, times were tough. Even though he had a great education, they would not accept his education in America. And he started out as a clerk, going from a chief financial officer in a company to being a clerk. But he studied hard, passed the CPA, and he knew that he had to pass the CPA in order to make a good living and to provide for his children. So today, as I said, I'm crying, but I don't want to. I want to remember the good times that we had and the kind of father that he really was. For the young people, I tell you, listen, there are 2 songs that I would like you to listen to. One of them is called Cats in the Cradle by Harold Chapin, and the second one is called In the Living Years by Mike Rutherford of the band Genesis, and later on his own band, Mike and the Mechanics. These are 2 very poignant songs about what a father-son or a father-daughter relation could be and should be. So listen to them when you get a chance to do so. Again, I thank you all for coming, and God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. And again, our thanks to all of you for attending today. As you have heard, my father, our father, was a truly exceptional man. And a very courageous man. And I think about that in how hesitant we all are to move on to new things. And yet he moved his family to do different countries where he knew very little what to expect. It takes a lot of courage to do that. But his primary motivation for doing this was really how to improve the lives of his beloved Sumi, given by myself and Milan. That's what he really wanted. He was a very devoted husband, and he truly prized his beautiful and talented wife. He enjoyed the great food she made, and then even encouraged her in her other talents of painting and sewing. He truly was very supportive of her. But what was striking to me was they were best friends and enjoyed traveling when they could. And more recently, watching cooking shows, because that's what Mommy wanted all the time. Whether he enjoyed it or not, he watched that. And he cared for her deeply. And I think the lesson we learned from that is how good a role model was for what a husband should be. He was also a very supportive father for all of us. He encouraged us to do well and, importantly, to be self-sufficient. And he said that to me as well. He said, you should always be able to stand on your own 2 feet, even if you marry somebody who can support you well. And he pushed me to do well and in school and pursue a study to study medicine. He was a learned and well-read man. And as Ketanbai mentioned, he often suggested books to us, but I will particularly remember how much he encouraged me to read Jane Austen. And I'll tell you why Jane Austen. He would say, look how he writes about Mrs. Bennet. There's still a bit of respect, even though she truly is unusual, as we would put it. But it was about that meaning of what humans were, and to appreciate that in some of the books that he shared with us. He tried to get me to read also the Bible, the Quran, and the Bhagavad Gita. I have to tell you that I did not succeed as well as he did. Milan did better than I did. But again, it was about how to live your life and what these great teachings are some things that we can take with us forever. In the last year, he truly felt that he had lived long enough. And because he was always so smart and independent, he did not like losing those facilities. True to his nature, he always never wanted to impose on any of us. Although he was ready to go, his biggest worry was about his beloved Sumi. And we reassured him that we would take good care of her. But Betty, we are very sad that you're not with us, but the lessons you taught us and the selfless life you led will be an important part of us forever.
So I'm the youngest of the siblings. I came last and probably was treated better than most. I was spoiled. I was loved. I thank God for my father. He taught me respect. He taught me how to be a father. He taught me how to love and to be loved. He was strong, emotionally, physically. He would sit and tell me, oh, in the nicest way, be a better person. person. That was the one lesson that he taught me, and that is the one lesson I keep every day. Be a better person. When in the last year he was, I would say, kind of losing his battle, he did not want to be dimmed in the least. He wanted to still be as bright and as sharp and as much as he could be the man he was. And it was difficult for him. But he still kept teaching me along the way. One of the last words he said to me is, take care of Mom. Not for himself, take care of Mom. So, I thank you all for coming. This was a lot harder than I thought. Just because I'm the stoic one. But I will tell you this. He would appreciate all of you being here. He would appreciate the sheer emotion that's here. But he would also tell you, and like my sister did, and like my brother did, celebrate his life. 92 years of age, children, grandchildren, traveled the world, did what he wanted. What more could you want of life? And there's a lesson there for us. Life is precious. We're so in a rush that we forget to do the most simple things. Take your time. Tonight, go hug your loved ones. Tell them that they matter, because those are the things my father taught me. So, that is my speech. And as a lawyer, you should understand, I can talk all day. But I want you to understand and just say to my father, you were a great man, a wise man, a gentleman, an intellectual, just a wonderful person. And I know his spirit resides in all of us, and that is how we're going to carry forward.
So I think everyone heard the themes this morning. Nana always taught us about the importance of hard work, education, and discipline. While he didn't always understand some of our choices, Maya, love you, he supported us and encouraged us to succeed no matter what path we chose. Although Nana was truly happy that he got at least one doctor out of us. There's still time for you two, though. He always encouraged us to read and appreciate culture, as Mel and Mama, and Mom have said, with trips to the library or viewings of Alfred Hitchcock movies, which I think Adina's still terrified of. We've been lucky to have him in our lives for as long as we did, and he wouldn't want us to be sad. He'd say, celebrate with a gin and tonic and enjoy the day.
Thanks again for being here, for an amazing man. As an outsider to the family in 1984, I understand the angst one can have when you're giving away your daughter. But from that moment on, the graciousness, hospitality, I wasn't going to do this. And the generous mind and spirit that he gave to me to allow us to have this family has been amazing. A lot of what I was going to say has already been said. I don't know if they looked at my speech or not. But I just want to thank him for being there for us when we needed. And then Millen for this excuse for protracted kitchen construction that took over a year. But we had the pleasure of having him stay with us that time. Because we really hadn't done that when we were in Florida or in New Jersey. So we got to know him more. He had a wit and a sense of humor. So I remember an incident early on when I was crashing there in Edison, in the other house, the old house. Had a nice stereo system. I was listening to some opera, which was new, I guess, in the household. And he walks in, and with a little chuckle says, "Who died?" There's some screaming woman singing in the background. Somebody actually had died. See, maybe he knew that. Anyway, I mean, always this little sparkle of wit around, sense of humor. But as Ketan said, this is a celebration of his life and what he did for his family, what he done for us all in the community. I hope I reached his expectations, maybe exceeded, hopefully. And having you all here has been very important to him and to us as family.
So, આગલા હરિભક્તોમાંથી કોઈકને કંઈક બે શબ્દો કહેવા હોય તો આગળ આવી જજો. If not, I hand over to Christine. Christine, on behalf of Patel family and entire Indian community, we are very thankful to you for excellent services. God bless you. Because of you, we are able to do better than back home. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Kamashji, for your kind words. Jesse Krishna, once again, my prayers remain with your family. Thank you for allowing me to take care of him and your family. It's always an honor. So I appreciate your trust and thank you. At this time, we will give everyone the opportunity to come forward for darshan. So I would ask that if the immediate family would like to come forward, whatever you're comfortable with, if you want to have everyone assemble, towards the back of the chapel. We'll have everyone line up on the right and just come forward past the casket, greet the family briefly, and then exit the chapel on the left. Just so that we're not blocking the live stream for those that are watching virtually. We just ask that you don't use the center aisle. That way we don't cross in front of the camera. Once darshan is completed, Maharaj will finish a few last rites, and then we will proceed back to cremation. You're more than welcome to join the family to support them. Cremation will happen in the back of the building. And then once everything has concluded, we just ask that before you leave to make sure that you sign the register book on your way out so the family can acknowledge your support and your presence here today. Thank you. Jai Sri Krishna.
of the lane. Just go of the line. Just let him pass for a second, please. Doesn't matter. Just be careful.
Flowers.
Make your way to the left, please. This is
Mom and dad are in here. They know?
That's my son.
Both their older daughters are in the same sophomore. So what? She is the girl in so there's a young.
चतुर्थम यदुपनिदाव्यकल्पयन्ना मुखं किमस्या सत्यं बाहु किमुरूपादाचीते ओम भूर्भुवः चन्द्रकण्ठस्य ऋतुकालपवनं पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि ओम घृतं विविक्षे घृतमस्य योनिघृते शुको घृतं पश्य धाम अनुघृतमा वहमादेश स्वाहा कृतं प्रकपोमुक्षिहव्यम् ओम भूर्भुवः चन्द्रकण्ठस्य घृतं समर्पयामि
You want to take these off? Pardon? Yeah,
The light is going to be in front.
just walk off like the left. Just walk in front.
And that's just really cool. It's really cool.
And you're going to lead this way.
Okay, so gentlemen, you want to lift him or you just want to roll?
Roll him.
I don't know. I think it's going to be the conference.
Shirama, 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 Shirama,
Watch your hands. Yep.
Nilan bhai, once again, counterclockwise production and carrying that. Counterclockwise. Yeah. You can start from here. Okay, come. Starting from here. Start from here. 4 times. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunvanti Divyastavai Veda Sangha Padakramo Panisadai Gayantiyam Samagam Dhyana Vastita Tadagatena Manasam Pashyantiyam Yogino Yashya पश्यान्तन विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः कृत्वा सुदुष्करं कर्म जानता वाप्य जानतां मृत्युकालवशं ज्ञात्वा नरं पञ्चत्वमागतं धर्माधर्मसमायुक्तं लोभमोहसमावृतं दहेयं सर्वगात्राणि दिव्यान् लोकान् स गच्छतु ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाहं शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि यतो यतः समीहसे ततो नो अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो वयन्नः पशुभ्यः ओम शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु
Sorry. So, there's the tablet.
So that's the temple. Om Shanti. It has to be lighted.
Lighted?
Yeah. It's not like
Okay.
there it is. There it is.
Okay, so now you can place this mantle inside. This will come out. It goes there. Also with your legs. And you can place it there. And
This has to come out.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
तो इस टाइम से આપણે ગોપાલ કૃષ્ણ બોલો મારા સામે રાજ્ય કૃષ્ણ બોલજો ગોપાલ કૃષ્ણ રાધે કૃષ્ણ 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 બધા નમસ્કાર કરી દે પછી એમને જવા દઈએ
No, we go in that. Okay. Okay. So I'll take care. No, 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 no. Not that.
We're going to turn number one. You get it? Go ahead, do it.
Chandrakant.